On the eastern coast of South Africa, bordering Mozambique, lies a 220-kilometer stretch of pristine, protected coastline. It is a place that is rich in biodiversity and complex ecosystems, and it's aptly described by its name. iSimangaliso means place of miracles. iSimangaliso is a conservation marvel. Our journey would take us from St Lucia in the south up to Kosi Bay in the north. Our strongest hope was to see the rare sight of sea turtles nesting and hatching on the beach. The trip would also present some challenges as Cyclone Eloise reached our coast, but nothing could dampen our spirits as we explored the abundance this park has to offer. Along the way, we met some of the heroes that strive to conserve this miracle. So our very first stop in iSimangaliso is one of our favorite places, and it is St Lucia. So one of the things you absolutely have to do here is the cruise on the lake. So Heritage Tours just picked us up, and we're just starting out the cruise with a very cool start. There are some weavers here, and we even saw one that's just starting to build a nest.
iSimangaliso Wetland Park, very big park, 1.3 million hectares. And our park stretched from south of St Lucia, goes all the way up to the border of Mozambique. It's 240 kilometers of coastline, and that's 9% of South Africa's coastline. That is our park. The lake itself, very big lake, but the biggest lake in southern Africa. From the bottom to the top of the lake, it's 85 kilometers long. The widest point across the water of the lake, 23 kilometers. And then we got a narrow section that's 25 kilometers long. Looks like a river once you cross the bridge. That's the narrows of the lake.
Nick van Zyl, director of Ironman 4x4 Africa, and his family, Elma and Michael, joined us on our trip through iSimangaliso, and in no time, we spotted our first pod of hippos.
Gestation, 8 months. It's very short for such a large animal, and they only get one baby at a time. Once that baby is born, it weighs about 40 kilograms, roundabout, and will drink 100 liters of milk per day under the water. Hippos, they're much used to us here in this area, because on the water side, on the lake, they see these boats. Sometimes we do even up to 5 trips, depending how busy it gets. So they see boats, they're used to boats. They see it as a cage. They don't see it as us humans. Even if you're in town, driving in your car, they see that car as a big cage. They don't see you as a human. But if you walk, the best thing is just to keep your distance. Like for example, if you walk here in town, if the hippo is this side of the road, you on the other side, that's a small gap. You just need to stay on the other side. Don't take any selfies with that hippo. They don't like selfies. No selfies with the hippo, I'm serious.
Because that's the one thing St Lucia is really known for. At night, the hippos come out and they walk around in town. I've seen photographs with the hippo at the petrol station, and I've heard a lot of women complain because the hippos come out and eat their flower beds at night.
It is estimated that more or less 1,200 Nile crocodiles live in and around the St Lucia Estuary. On average, an adult male croc can be anything from 3.5 to 5 meters long, weighing up to 750 kilograms. The estuary has some amazing bird life as well, and we saw a whole flock of yellow-billed kites settling in for the night. After the awesome boat cruise, we set up camp at the Sugarloaf campsite in St Lucia, close to the mouth.
We awoke the next morning to a beautiful day, and our good friend Thandi from iSimangaliso popped in to tell us a little bit more about the park.
Hello, Alti Dirk. So good to have you back. I'm so pleased to have you. I mean, we've had challenges this year and last year. So to see people visiting iSimangaliso again is good. So here you can still at least go to the beach, stay safe, sanitize, keep your distance. So it's all good. iSimangaliso is a very special place, I must say. It's a World Heritage Site for starters. There is so much that's happening here. The place was actually proclaimed a heritage site because of the diversity that's here. The place has so much to offer. It will give you the beach, the bush, a lot of species that you wouldn't find anywhere else in the world. Right now we have turtles that are coming onto our shores. Of the 7 species that you can see in the world, there are 5 that you would see in iSimangaliso, and 2 of those lay eggs on the shores of our oceans. Those are the world's largest leatherback turtle, as well as the loggerhead. So right now you are even likely to see both the mothers going out to lay eggs, as well as hatchlings now coming out and going back to the ocean. So it's really special. I can't tell you how many times I've experienced the actual ritual of the turtles laying, but still I don't have words to explain it. It's special and unique and beautiful each time you experience that.
We've just come from the Sugarloaf campsite and we are on our way to the estuary mouth. Now, the mouth in St Lucia has been opened and it's the first time since 2007. So we're gonna have a look because apparently there's a lot of activity like sharks and crocodiles and stuff. So let's go have a look. It's quite a walk and it's already like 30, 32 degrees. So let's give it a go.
Seeing the mouth open like this is a beautiful thing. The estuary plays a vital role in the larger ecosystem, with many fresh and saltwater species depending on it. Of the 155 fish species that have been recorded in the lake, 71 of those species use it as a nursery. The walk to the St Lucia mouth is a must, especially at high tide. Sharks have been seen swimming upstream and some even snapped up by crocodiles. And speaking of crocs, take care not to get too close to the water.
We love supporting the locals, so it's time for a little bit of shopping. So I like to keep little animals in my pot plants at home. So I've got a little elephant and a beautiful fish, rockfish, and a hippo. It's so beautiful. It's even yawning. It's hot.
We are leaving St Lucia and we are on our way to Cape Vidal. Now, Cape Vidal is in the eastern part of the iSimangaliso Wetland Park. But there's some nice snorkeling activities there and some nice beaches and beautiful, beautiful campsites. I'm very excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
So excited.
It's so good to be here.
Woo!
Lake St Lucia essentially splits this section of the park into the eastern and western shores. And interestingly, these two areas have very different climates. The eastern shores are unlike any other park in South Africa. It's a strange thing to experience the bush and the sea so close together. With its freshwater pans, swamp forest and grasslands, the area is a birder's paradise. The park is self-drive and most of the roads can be driven by any car. From St Lucia to Cape Vidal, several loop roads lead to excellent natural features for birdwatching, game viewing and scenic lookout points. There's so many things to do here. There are different loop roads that you can drive all through different types of vegetation, and then there's a few lookout points and things. So this one says Mission Rocks. I don't know if we've been here before, but should we go check it out?
Yeah.
Let's. There is an abundance of life here, and with a little luck, you can see elephant, rhino, buffalo, crocodile, hippo, hyena, leopard, and many smaller species of game. Cape Vidal is a magical spot to camp at. With the campsites nestled in the lush coastal forest and a protected bay great for swimming, snorkeling and fishing, this is definitely one of our all-time favorite campsites. And we've been so lucky as to have seen small spotted gennets, a sand skink and even a honey badger in our campsite at night. And of course the duiker and bushbuck are always around.
The drive down from the eastern shores is really, really beautiful, and it seems like the park has had a lot of rain. It's really green and lush. We just arrived at Cape Vidal. It's one of my favorite campsites. It's very nice, as you can see. Unfortunately, this is the end of the episode. You're gonna have to wait and see for the next episode to check out what we're gonna do. We're gonna be looking for some turtles, we're gonna be snorkeling, but all of that can likely not happen because there's a tropical storm on its way. So let's see what happens. Cheers.